Hello viewers, former White House advisor Peter Navarro claimed that Donald Trump desired to have Jahred Kushner taken off as head of his re-election campaign. However, the former president didn't have it in him to tell his son-in-law that. The Guardian bought a preview of Navarro's upcoming book, Taking Back Trump's America: Why We Lost the White House and How We'll Win It Back. In the memoir, Navarro writes that Trump used to be on board with a coup d'etat to have Kushner eliminated from the job and changed with Trump's short-lived 2016 marketing campaign manager, Steve Bannon. But before we go ahead, kindly take a few seconds of your precious time to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell for any updates from us. Despite Trump's help for this alternate in management, Navarro writes that it did no longer occur in part due to the fact Trump refused to inform Kushner himself. Fearing family troubles if he himself had to supply the terrible information to the father of his grandchildren, Trump requested Bernie Marcus, the founder of Home Depot, a main Republican donor and a central participant in the coup, to be the messenger to Kushner. Navarro wrote, in accordance to The Guardian. Marcus used to be additionally described as grudgingly accepting the challenge to spoil the information to Kushner. What came about subsequent by way of the book's telling is that Kushner skipped Marcus's first call, then instructed him things had been great with the campaign, there used to be no way he was once stepping down, and, in effect, Bernie Marcus and his massive money bags should go pound sand. And that was once that, Navarro said. And the relaxation is a catastrophic strategic failure of history. Navarro's book reportedly goes on with him singing Bannon's praises whilst retaining a very poor portrayal of Kushner, especially in an area titled Both Nepotism and Excrement Roll Downhill. The information comes as Navarro has publicly mounted his dislike for Kushner by way of scoffing at his most cancer's diagnosis, trashing Kushner's personal book, and blaming him for Trump's loss of a second term. Ivanka Trump and Jahred Kushner have in most cases been laying low, considering that their high-profile stints in the Donald Trump White House. However, interestingly, some of their neighbors in the upscale neighborhood of Surfside, Florida, close to Miami, are chafing at their new neighbors. Sources advised Radar Online that there hasn't been a heat welcome for the couple and have mentioned being irritated at minor rule infractions such as Trump ignoring a no puppies allowed signal on the beach and taking 2 pumpkins alternatively of one from a pumpkin patch event. Some residents have additionally complained that the mansion Jahred and Ivanka are constructing for their everlasting domestic is an eyesore, in contrast to the lavish houses it's surrounded by. Residents who have been requested additionally stated it would be not likely for the couple to impenetrable and invite at the invite-only Indian Creek Country Club. It stays to be considered whether or not this former power couple will get in the excellent graces of any Surfside residents. However, they don't appear to be planning a cross at all. Kushner is growing and funding company to be primarily based in Miami, and there aren't virtually many reviews on what Ivanka has been up to, except being with her family and a current deposition she gave for the New York Attorney General's probe into the funds of the Trump Organization. The pair have already been blacklisted from the distinct Indian Creek Country Club. It's invitation only, and you ought to be approved, stated the source. If even one member votes towards you, you can't get in. There's no way they'll be accepted. Though there are many A-listers in the area, their internal circle is getting smaller and smaller as Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen, who additionally personal a domestic in Indian Creek, are distancing themselves from Kushner and Trump. Tom and Gisele aren't stupid. They realized it used to be destructive to be aligned with Ivanka and Jahred, the insider said. Despite the backlash, the two are sticking around. Jahred's been constructing his new monetary company, Affinity Partners. It's an funding company primarily based in Miami, so that will be their everlasting domestic base. She's a savvy lady who has dealt with the sharks of society circles her complete life. She will lie low for a whilst and work on discovering a way to come again out on top, the supply added. What is your impression about this video? Please drop your comments below and thanks for